Things started to look up because I had an opportunity to talk to Michael Barker, who is a co-president of Sony Picture Classics. So I was at the Traverse City Film Festival, and Michael Barker had just gotten done with a panel discussion and was backstage.
That's what the fire marshal did. And now the story is complete. Let me introduce you to Mark. He made this from cane toads. Have you heard of this?
Oh yeah, we've seen it. I saw it in 3D. I've seen it a couple of times.
I'll definitely see you.
Yes.
And our Discovery guy's here too, right? Yeah.
I don't know. I'll ask.
Oh, Mike. So I went backstage and got his attention and told him that I'm an amateur producer and I'm making an amateur movie about Edgar Bergen. He was
About who?
Edgar Bergen, the ventriloquist who created Charlie McCarthy.
Yeah, I know who he is.
And then I questioned him about the potential for a professional production.
Would that movie be marketable if it was done on a professional level?
You know, Bergen, it's an outrage that the public doesn't know Charlie. He ought to be working constantly.
That's what I say.
Well, we haven't worked for months. I'm afraid ventriloquism is a thing of the past.
Well, I don't be... Andrews, get Mr. Cummings at the Lambs Club on the telephone.
Very good, sir.
Make it snappy, Andrews, will you?
What are you going to do?
I'm going to try to get Charlie the chance he deserves.
Oh, that'll be wonderful.
Did you hear that, Bergen? Now, I don't want you to try to horn in on this thing either.
Mr. Cummings, please.
I can't comment on that. I'd have to read the screenplay.
Thanks, appreciate it.
I learned that the most standard method for putting forth a film idea, and usually the most required, is by submitting a screenplay. And the problem is that I'm not inspired to sit in my apartment for 10 hours and write screenplays and submit them. Some people are, but that's really not my thing. And I'm worried that if I submit a screenplay idea about this and nothing else, that not many people are going to hear about my idea, and the screenplay is going to wind up on a slush pile.
It's a tough business. People forget that they have to begin at the beginning. They try to pick it up in the middle or at the end, or well, I'll do it, or you don't know what you're... When you have people around you, if you're forming it, like any other business, you pick people who know, who want what you like and what they like. And is there a similarity? So that you can sit at a table before you, what do you think about doing this? And Ed says, well, that's a good idea, but I've got an idea. I tell you what, let's talk about all of our ideas. Let's pick one. Pick one idea. And then do it so that it starts, you do it, it has a beginning, a middle, and an end, and it's done.
I was beginning my journey from the end, not the beginning. Is you see, the end goal is to convince a big-time professional filmmaker to make a movie about Edgar Bergen in Decatur, and to benefit the local economy and make a lot of people happy. However, a lot needs to happen to build up to that. I was going out pitching my ideas, trying to make it happen right then and there, knocking down doors. I needed to work up to that point, and it became evident that I needed to change my strategy.
You can't begin at the end of what you're doing. You begin at the beginning. And that isn't, there's nothing bad about that. You know, you pass failure on your way to success.